All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rise Zion. I hope you're all having a fantastic evening. We're back here in the painting studio. Hi, Dustwave. Dustwave has joined us. Wow, you were fast. You're right there. Looks like we have at least one person in the audience so far. That's great. Um, all right. Well, let's get started tonight. You guys, I started way late, and I apologize because I had to run to the store and grab some ingredients for dinner. So I'm sorry about that. And we're in the process of training our new assistant this evening. So I got started with dinner a little late as well. But yeah, we are here tonight and we're going to have a great time painting just for a little bit until about 10. Scotty has joined us. Hi, Captain Scotty. How are you? I hope everybody's having a great evening. So yeah, we're also getting Dustwave set up to do our shorts now. So that's really exciting. We're really grateful for Dustwave. And he told me this morning that he is working on a new soundtrack as well. And LDS Music has created a really great soundtrack for us as well. I'm thinking that I'm going to have Kirsten to put the soundtracks together for me because I just do not have time to put it together so that we can put it on the website and sell it. So Kirsten, if you're watching right now, please put together the file, and then we can work out a way to send it on the drive so that we have a larger space so that you can send it to us. We'll figure out a way to do that somehow. But yeah, oh, Captain Scotty's doing well. I'm glad to hear it. And then Dustwave just finished a Zoom call with his dad. So that's fantastic. I'm always glad to hear that families are doing well. All right, before we get started, we have to go through our thing. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe before we get started. If you haven't become a member yet, consider becoming a member to the channel. You get an opportunity to be entered into a raffle to win a poster. And we just had our first winner, Camille McNeil, I believe the last name was. Let me just check that just to make sure real fast, so I'm not telling you the wrong name. I will show you the wonderful posters that we just got printed. Well, I printed them right here with my fancy printer that has 16 different colors on high quality paper. It's a premium print, and you can really tell that it is because the ink is just such a high quality. You can't see any white paper underneath of it. It's completely 100% covered. The raffle winner was indeed Camille McNeil. So, Camille, if you're watching us tonight, make sure to email me so that I can send you your winnings. So I know what your address is and we can send it over to you. Dustwave, that's a great idea. Dustwave, you could edit it for me if you have time. I don't know if I should just send her an email. I just don't have time to do it myself. I'm just too in the process of making videos every day. So I would appreciate it, Dustwave, if you could do that. I will send that. I'll put that in your Synology drive that we just got set up today. But yeah, the whole purpose, if you're new to the channel, I don't see many new people here in the chat today, but there might be people who are listening who are brand new to our channel. If you're brand new, we do these live streams in the evening. During the day, I create content that is gospel related. In the evening, we do videos that are also sort of gospel related, but we do painting. And the reason for this is so that we have an opportunity to monetize. We have an opportunity to monetize stuff, and we're not worried about the ethical concerns of putting behind a paywall, things that are considered important for our eternal salvation. In other words, eventually, all of these videos that we do live will become for members only. So we know, yeah, we premiere these episodes every night. Everybody has the opportunity to watch, but eventually I just switch them. So if you want access to the archives of our past live streams, you have to become a member. That is just one of the cool perks that we can offer you. Now, let me show you the poster real fast that was printed. In case you guys didn't have the opportunity to see it, it turned out super, super well. It looks really, really good. I'll switch over to my other camera so you can get a sense for just how awesome these posters are. These are printed with my 16 color printer, and you cannot tell the difference between the painting and the poster. And if you zoom in here, you can even see every paint stroke, and you can even see the texture that it picked up of the canvas. So, I mean, it is just a stunning print, and the richness of the colors is just so exquisite. That's why I love the printer. It is very expensive, however. So, if you guys would like to purchase one of these prints, if you're not a lucky raffle member, a lucky raffle winner like Camilla McNill, you can go to our website at risezion.org, where you can purchase one of these prints for yourself, and you can have it for yourself and hang it on your wall. What I would suggest that you do, and you notice that I put a white space, just a thin line around the perimeter of the print. This is so that you can get it framed. So when you get it framed, the frame comes with well, you probably have to cut the poster board yourself. You can get that done at not the poster board, but the mat. You get it cut to size so that the mat covers up this white portion here on both sides. And then it hangs inside in the mat, inside of the frame. And then you hang the frame on your wall. And that is how you do it, you guys. But still, this paper is high quality paper. This paper is not going to yellow over time. It is high quality archival paper. It is premium. It really is a fantastic print, and I'm super pleased with how this turned out. I had to do a few tests to make sure that the color was the way I wanted it to be, but the color turned out so fantastic. You can see all three butterflies in exquisite detail. Just fantastic. But you guys, we don't have a whole lot of time, so we have to get painting our other painting, Captain Moroni, our Mezzo Moroni, as I so affectionately refer to him. But yeah, if you want, you can purchase the posters. All of the artwork is going to be available for sale on the website. Hold Me Not is the only piece of artwork that we have on the website so far. You can purchase the music on the website. Yes, it truly is an awesome poster, Dustwave, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out. And likewise, once we get finished with this one, we'll make a poster of him as well. We'll make a poster so that you can purchase the poster if you'd like to, and we'll have available for sale the original painting as well. As you can imagine, the original painting is a lot more expensive because it's the only one of its kind, but when we make prints, that's a more affordable option for everybody. So in any case, let's get started this evening, you guys. This is going to be fun. We started doing this fabric down here. I say that we continue working on that, and we put some designs in the fabric because this has to be Mesoamerican inspired. And so we are going to put designs in the fabric that are Mesoamerican inspired. And somebody in one of the comments said that they're like, why would Captain Moroni be Mesoamerican inspired when he never set foot in Central America? And I said, well, I think he did. And he's like, well, just because you think it doesn't mean that it's true. And I'm like, ooh. I just thought that was super funny. But I think he was. And I think that Joseph Smith thought that as well, because he allowed it to be published in the Times and Seasons. So there. We are in good company if Joseph Smith thought the same. I'm not too bent out of shape about it. It can be in Mesoamerica. It can be in the heartland. People want it to be in the heartland. Until more is revealed, we do not know where the Book of Mormon took place exactly. However, I do acknowledge that they do have a good point that some of the scriptures seem to indicate that the heartland does seem to point to North America. And I do think that a lot of the Book of Mormon events took place in both the Western United States, where the Azteco group, the Uto-Aztecan language group is spoken, and in Central America as well. I think that is really the only option that takes into account all of the data points that we have available to us. And then I think that Captain Moroni traveled, or not Captain Moroni, but the Hilkamora in, I think that he traveled to. But yeah, let's get started painting, you guys. Oh, I forgot to rinse out my brushes. I can't forget to do that. I get so concerned with the computer that I forget to put up the brushes appropriately. Oh, right. We have Ute Girl has Ute Girl has joined us. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening, everybody. We have 12 concurrent viewers. Welcome, welcome. David Swinson has joined us. Hi, David Swinson. David says, great job on your last video, Doctrine and Covenants 88. Oh, yes, we've been talking about that quite a lot. But yeah, the video that we posted today was, you must be referring to the Sign of the Coming of the Son of Man episodes that we've been doing. But today we posted about Sister Oakes's talk that she gave in Brussels in conjunction with the floods that occurred. And so we posted about the Church News article that they published. But yeah, that was pretty sad. I'm sad to hear that. But indeed, the tribulations are ongoing. Oh man, my brush is having a hard time, you guys. All right, we're good. All right, we have to pull up our colors here. I'm gonna need some more brown. I'm gonna put some burnt umber in here to outline our designs. I'm gonna mix it with our Indian red so that we have a dark, dark red color. And that will form the basis of our colors for tonight. It's always useful to use a very limited palette when you're coloring or when you're painting, because things can get a little out of hand if you've got too many colors. You know what I mean? So it's best if you can just use a limited palette. And that is something that we learned in illustration class for children's books. And really, anything that you paint with a very limited palette usually turns out pretty professional. There's a palette that's called a Ziegler palette, and basically it limits your colors to 3 different colors. And that is quinacridone red, quinacridone red, and what's the, I just love to say quinacridone, by the way. Yellow ochre, and then the third color is aquamarine blue, I think is what it was. Or it's black, I can't remember. But then you just mix that in different gradations to create all of the illusion of colors. So like you can create green. Yeah, it is black. It's not blue, because it's remarkable that you can get a very green-like color by mixing the black with the ochre yellow in different varieties, and it turns a sort of it gives the illusion of being green, even though it's not really. And that's how you can keep your palette very, very limited. All right, let's see what we got going on in the chats here. Okay, Jellybean has joined us. Hi, Jellybean. Yes, yes. And the saints that are upon the earth who are alive shall be quickened and be caught up to meet him. I think, David, that does sound a little bit scary, but I've always just taken that scripture to mean that those who are alive won't be resurrected, they'll be quickened instead. It's just clarifying that. And that's why I love the Doctrine and Covenants, is that like the Lord is just so specific in the way that he addresses us. I just love that about God. I love that about Jesus. You just get his voice so much in Doctrine and Covenants, and it comes through, and his specificity comes through when he wants to be specific, and then it's more vague when he doesn't want to be as specific. And yes, you really get a sense for his voice. Love it. All right, we're going to come in here. We're going to start adding little details. And I think I can just rest my wrist right here as I'm painting the details. All right, so we're going to just do like a little guideline at first. Okay. We're going to come over here and we're going to do it about the same on this. It's just going to be a hem decoration. And we're going to do the same thing over here, but we're going to get a much darker shade to actually just come in here and paint it in. Okay, let's do this. Bold. Just trying to be careful. Curved. And we'll come up here and do the same thing. Getting too light because it's mixing. And then Babs has joined us. Hi, Babs. Jellybean has just read that scripture today. Yeah, where we caught up, or and the justice says whether we are caught up or descend down with is likely irrelevant as long as we're there, I suppose. Though being brought up would be more ideal. Maybe. And I thought about that a lot. It's like we don't really have like a firm I don't know if we like really believe in the rapture in that way. I think that quickened really is what it means to be caught up. I'm not sure though, because Joseph Smith was actually brought up, it sounds like, to be in the presence of God. I don't know if he like literally left Earth, but that was during the first vision account. But yeah, the thing is that Zion is here on Earth. We need Zion to find the protection that we need. Oh, darn it. I just kind of messed that up, didn't I? And so there's not going to be like a pre-tribulation rapture. That's for sure. But a post-tribulation rapture, maybe, possibly. But I guess the question would be, what for? Why would that be the case? Why would we need to be taken off the earth? The reason why the rapture is supposed to happen according to the evangelical Christians is because the tribulations will get so bad that he'll take us off the earth so that we don't get destroyed with everybody else. It's like, okay. Or get you know burned up at his coming, I guess. Maybe that could be an explanation why the burning at his coming is not considered a part of the tribulations, perhaps. So maybe that's what their answer is. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to divide this into squares, roughly. I like the squares. We need squares. Okay. Yes. Okay. We're going to come in here. I'm just trying to paint these designs, but then it gets mixed in with the paint. The dark paint that I have on my brush is getting mixed in with the white, and so it turns all light colored. Okay, well, we'll just have to come back to that. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is making sure we are doing everything within our power to come to know the Savior. Absolutely, 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 absolutely. And that the better we come to know Him, the more protection we will have. That's absolutely true. Bab says, "Yeah, I was doing a yellow moon and wanted to make it look slightly darker, so I added black and ended up with army green." Yes, it's an illusion. It looks kind of greenish, doesn't it? Yeah, you can totally do that with your limited palette. Dustwave says, "Aha, whoops, moldy cheese." Yeah. Lindsay Black has joined us. Hello, Lindsay. Yeah, the missionary work. That is true. Absolutely. And Lindsay Black says, "That's what I was thinking." I also suspect that the chaos of the day will help lead many to join the church. Yeah, that could very well be if they see Zion, all in the saints, and they see that, hey, these guys have got their act together and they've got a lot of peace and a lot of prosperity compared to everybody else, then they might want to join the church. Yeah, and then Bab says, "I do too." Absolutely. Lindsay has retracted that. Hello, Lindsay. How are you? I do want to be here to be caught up to meet the Savior as well. That would be fantastic. The peace on your face and the light in your eyes are hard to hide. Absolutely. I agree. Is It is. It's interesting how people point that out, the Mormon face thing. But fools will mock. I worry about Alyssa Grenfell. She's something else. Got old shark eyes. Mm. So I was reading more of Bruce R. McConkie today in preparation for the episode, and it's like while we don't, I'm trying to do more research into this, but it's like while we don't necessarily believe in 7 year period of time for the tribulations, he does seem to have a belief that this, that there is a specific time period for the seven trumps. So I'm gonna have to look at what he is saying and take a look at that because that's kind of an interesting subject for sure. He has like an entire section in the Millennial Messiah about the seven different plagues. So that's kind of an interesting thing, and I want to do more research into that and see if we can work it into an episode somehow. Um, but yeah, it's really interesting. Okay. Oops, my paintbrush head is falling off. I pulled it off when I was trying to clean it the other day. I pulled on it too hard. They're just cheap brushes too. They're not super spectacular brushes. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I was going on for my walk the other day, and I walked past this house that I usually walk past, and this little chihuahua was outside, and she came up and she was like defending her territory. It was so vicious. Such a vicious little chihuahua. It was barking so hard that his little back legs were like shaking off of the pavement, like it couldn't keep its back legs on the ground. It was so animated. It was so funny. It was the smallest little dog you've ever seen. So tiny. I'm like, what are you gonna do? It's like levitating off of the ground. Oh, it was really funny. Yeah, the time. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting idea too. The plagues of Moses, but there are 12 of them, not seven. But maybe it kind of because like it goes into the river, like the wormwood and everything, just like the Nile River, turns the blood and everything. But it's like it doesn't match exactly, which is kind of frustrating. and that if it doesn't match, then it's hard to try to draw parallels. That's what's so frustrating looking at Revelation and trying to compare it with other scripture. Red here. Okay. Painting, painting, painting. Yeah, lifting where we stand is. Hmm. Oh, Jose has joined us. Hello, Jose. And if I haven't greeted you yet, I'm sorry if I haven't noticed you yet. Did I say hello, babes? I don't. Babes 4576. Babes is saying I was friends with someone for about 4 months who was like that. The Mormon face. It was probably 2 years later. I woke up late for church at a student ward. So it sounds like you were converted by the Mormon face. That's funny. At least I think that's what you're saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it doesn't match. It doesn't match exactly, but a lot of it will. Lindsay Black says. Yeah, it will be a great opportunity. Dustwave says, of bringing people to the gospel. That is true. Greetings, Javier or Jose Javier Guatarasma Rivas. Guatarasma Rivas. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo andas? Our best days are yet to come. I truly believe what the prophet said is true. Me too. Jose Javier, greetings. So into the family ward about half. Okay, I think I read this. Oh, about half block away, and there was my friend, but I did not recognize them. Their countenance was totally different. It was darker. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes people just have a bad day, or they go through a really rough patch. And I think that maybe that's when they need a little bit of support. That happened to me as well, actually, and actually happened to be my cousin. And I didn't even recognize her. She was so different. She looked rough. And yeah, I mean, she's I mean, yeah, they just go through rough patches sometimes, and sometimes there's nothing to be done to help them if they are, not willing to help themselves. But sometimes, depending on the person, you can just give them a hand up, maybe. You just have to use your judgment, of course, but yeah, that's up to each individual for sure. Okay, looking pretty good. Got a cool design going on the fabric. Saludos, hermano Seth, estoy bien. Aquí viendo el gran trabajo que ha hecho con la pintura. Muy bien, gracias. Te agradezco tu comentario. Estoy muy agradecido. Estoy muy agradecido que tenemos tantas personas aquí por todos los lugares también. Tenemos un montón de gente de América, de las Américas del Sur y también Argentina y Venezuela y Colombia y Perú también. I had a Argentine lady asking me how well I spoke Spanish still because she knows that I served my mission in Argentina from one of our episodes. I haven't responded yet. I think I speak pretty well. I had the opportunity to visit Peru not too long ago. I had a very good time. Yeah, love without condemnation is good. Yeah, very true. Very, very true. All right. Oh boy. My paintbrush head. I'm gonna have to glue that in there. It's falling out all over the place. My paintbrush head. Not being able to paint these little details as much as I would like to without it falling out of my hand. Huh. Oh no, I put my hand in the paint. No. Oh no. Oh, look where I did that. Fix that up. Oh, it's still a blurry mess. Oh no. Okay. I have to be careful not to put my hand in the paint now. I'm working up here. Yeah, we talked about Peru. I really enjoyed visiting Peru, and the culture there was very, very nice. They really take pride in their food there, and I didn't try anything that I was not happy with. It was all very wonderful food. Very fantastic. I'm having a hard time getting the shapes to be the way that I want them to be. I want it to be a square, but it's like not becoming a square. As this paintbrush is ruined now, probably. These little details in here. Yeah, I agree. It's very fantastic when people come back to the gospel, and I enjoy missionary work a lot too. It's always great to hear people's stories when they come back to the gospel after, they watch our YouTube channel, or, people people enjoy the spirit that they can fill with our channel. And I always try to follow what the spirit is trying to tell me, you know? And I think that I like to imagine that the messages that I share for the day I might be getting impressions to help somebody. Oh, okay. Pretty good. I don't know base color. I mean, like the blue looks pretty good, but I don't know if I want blue there or not. It looks kind of strange. I'm gonna have to consider a different color. We got yellow on there though. We could do more white. Oh, I'm so tired, you guys. Oh, LDS musician has joined us. Hi, how are you, Kirsten? I'm glad that you've joined us. Thank you and welcome to the show. It's been busy tonight. Yeah. Uh, oh, no worry. We understand what you're trying to say, Babs. It's okay. Oh, has Steve joined us? And I did not recognize Steve. Steve Barry has joined us. Welcome, Steve, to the show. I didn't notice you. Sorry if I haven't noticed you and you've joined us. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our painting studio for tonight. I'm trying not to smear my paint. I'm thinking maybe we should do. Oh, what are we gonna do? Like more white would make sense. I'm trying to think of what to do. I'm running out of steam. Um, Maybe we should just leave it blue for now, and we could like maybe actually I had a thought. Let me know what you think about this. Maybe we could put like plates of metal on that fabric, so it's like armor, but it's also like decoration, like a tunic or like a decorative piece of fabric that covers his loins. Let's see. My paintbrush is falling all apart again. I don't have any of my yellow ochre color. We're running out of yellow ochre. We need to order some more. Let's come in here, and we can put like. Where I can't put my hand in the paint again. Put like square pieces of metal that add protection. I don't know if that even makes sense. And then maybe we can fill in white around the edges as well. I don't know. Oh, my eyes are bothering me. There's some paint that's completely dried out. Oh, but it's mixed with blue now. Here. I'm gonna keep on getting my hand in the paint. I need to be. Be like a metal piece that comes down in the fabric. I don't know if that any makes. I don't know if it makes any sense at all to do this, but we're going to do it. It's going to be a part of. Dang it! I keep doing that. It's going to be a part of the culture that we are creating. You guys, I think I'm needing to end the live stream just a little bit early tonight. My head is not feeling. I'm feeling like I need to take a rest. And after we get done with this, I think we might just should end. My head is not feeling particularly sharp, if that makes sense. Um, let's try to finish. Yeah, I keep putting my hand in the paint. We're gonna have to stop. I'm stopping. Yeah. All right. And then I can fix my paintbrush and we can proceed to painting tomorrow evening when I'm not putting my hand in the paint anymore and too tired. All right, so let me know if you guys have any questions and we can end this live stream for tonight. We'll come over here so you can see what I'm up to. But yeah, we had some really great conversation this evening, you guys. LDS Musician has just joined us, and I'm sorry that we have to end it so earlier than what I would like to. Usually we end around 9:55 or 10, but I'm not, my brain is just not working very good tonight, and I think that we better end it so I can get to bed and we can proceed tomorrow, and I won't put my hand in the paint. But yeah, blue is a good color, LDS Musician says, because of the contrast and underpainting continuity. That is true, and I kind of like that, to be honest. Karina has joined us. I don't recognize Karina. You sound like you're new to the chat, and I'm glad that you're here with us. She says that she likes the metal look of the squares. That's fantastic. I'm going to make them 3D as well next time. We're going to make them like stand out from the fabric, so they're kind of like sewn onto the fabric, or like bolted on, I guess would be probably better. Maybe it's like a leather, and so it's like bolted on. These metal pieces are like bolted onto the leather in different places. I think that sounds pretty cool. And then we also have to figure out the hands, and I haven't gotten a model yet for that, so I'm going to have to look for some reference photos or take photos of my own hand holding a paintbrush as if it were a dagger. So that's going to be fun. Yes, everybody's so tired. I'm tired. Oh my goodness. All right. But guys, we have 19 concurrent viewers this evening, which is great. Before we end tonight, just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Put in the chat, or not in the chat, but in the comments of the episode, just an emoji, just to say hello. And that will help us boost the algorithm so that this gets spread to more people. If you haven't become a member yet, consider becoming a member. And Camille McNill needs to contact me so that I can send her raffle winnings, her poster, which turned out fantastic. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in this evening. I'm so thankful for everybody who is here showing their support. And thank you guys for watching. Oh, Keslow, Washington. Washington is WA, right? Washington, or yeah, I think that's Washington. Welcome. That is fantastic. I love Washington. Washington is one of my most favorite mysterious states. And I love that place because when we went there, we saw bears walking across the road. And it was very mysterious and awesome because of the lichen that was hanging off all of the trees. And you could just look into the forest, and it got darker and darker and darker as you looked off into the distance. Yeah, Lindsay, Camille McNill was our winner. So make sure to contact me if you're watching tonight, Camille. I don't think that many people watch the live streams in the evening from our membership, even though this is kind of for them. But in any case, I'm glad that everybody's here who is here. But yeah, make sure to check out the website, risezion.org. If you haven't pre-ordered your shirts, pre-order your shirt, and if you're interested in that to help support the channel. All right, you guys, we'll talk to you next time. Tomorrow evening, I'll talk to you in our normal episode as well. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.